Hey, what's going on guys? It's me, JD Studios, and today I'm going to be doing my thoughts on the 501st Battlepack. It's not going to be a true review for the simple reason that at this point there have been enough reviews on YouTube. You don't need to see me do a review. The only thing you're really here for, if you're watching a review, would be my thoughts, because you know what the set looks like. So I'm just going to go over details that I like in the sets, details that I don't like, that kind of stuff. Before I get into the video though, I'd just like to say I am doing a 150 subscriber Q&A. Thank you so much for 150 subscribers, guys. It means the world to me, and I would love to do a Q&A. I'm aiming to get 5 questions. That'll be enough for me to do a Q&A. If I get more than that, I'll be over the moon. So please, if you have a question for me, leave it in the comment section below. Leave it on the comment section on any of my recent videos. I will check that stuff out. I will 100% love to answer your questions. Now let's get into this. So this has been quite a difficult set to find, and that's the first point I want to cover, which is manufacturing. LEGO messed up. They knew they would have big demand. The whole point of this set was that it was a fan petition. LEGO even said in their announcement, "You asked for it, we made it." So they knew it was in high demand, and I understand coronavirus has severely impacted manufacturing, because if you actually think about it, LEGO manufactures these sets, starts manufacturing the sets months before they actually go on the sale. Like, we've seen it with The Force Awakens, where before Force Friday, I think it was 2 months before Force Friday, we were getting leaks of the sets being manufactured, like the Kylo Ren's command shuttle, stuff like that. They get leaked pretty early in the factories, especially in Mexico factories where LEGO does a lot of manufacturing, and that's the point I want to get on. So when I went to the LEGO store to buy this set and they didn't have it in stock, the LEGO store employee told me to check the store upstairs, which might have one in, but they were closed on that day. And what it did say was the reason LEGO has been having such trouble with this is because, and I know Ryan has said differently, but he said the Mexico factories are still closed. Whether or not that's true, I think it's more likely a LEGO store employee is going to know than Ryan, but then again, Ryan says he's got sources within LEGO. I think what's more likely is that they've only been manufacturing for a short period of time. Bearing in mind, LEGO manufactured several months beforehand, so they just haven't had time to manufacture up to the demand that they were expecting. Now, does this mean that LEGO is completely blameless on this? No, they have a lot, they still screwed up. And the reason they screwed up is they produced more of sets that are just not selling, that weren't ever going to sell. Grievous' Starfighter is an obscene price. Not many people are going to buy it unless they desperately want that set. It may work on sale, people may buy it on sale, but it's just not worth it in my opinion, and in the opinion of pretty much anybody that's reviewed it. Anakin's Jedi Starfighter is another one. If you don't have the set already, maybe you'll be tempted to buy it, but it's just not worth it. It's just not going to be popular enough. Same with the Night Buzzard and the Resistance Transport. Those are 2 sets that they're just not going to sell as many sets as the AAT, the AT-80, or the 501st Battlepack. So LEGO should have really thought about this a bit more strategically, because it seems like they produce the same amount of each set, which isn't going to work in this case. They should have made sure they produced more of the AAT, and this pet in particular. It's like producing less of Grievous' Starfighter and Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, so that you can clear that manufacturing line for this particular set, which is in high demand, which would increase profitability, because at the end of the day, those other sets are going to sit on the store shelves longer. They're not going to make LEGO as much money. This set is selling out everywhere that it goes on. It's going out on sale. So that's the manufacturing side. Now, in terms of the actual set, my biggest gripe with this set is price in relation to minifigures. So this is a £25, $30 set, which is double the price for Battlepack. We asked for a Battlepack. Battlepacks have 4 minifigures. This set has 6. You can already see where my logic is going with this. My biggest issue with this set is the fact that we get 6 minifigures. If they're going to do a double Battlepack, they should at least have the decency to include the right amount of minifigures, which is 8. We should have got 8. We should have got 4 501st Troopers and 4 Battle Droids, or 2 Battle Droids and 2 Super Battle Droids. I don't know. I don't really care as long as I get the 8 minifigures. I want my money's worth. If if they want to do a droid battle pack and a clone battle pack combined, they should include the right amount of minifigures. And LEGO didn't on purpose. I'm annoyed by it. It should have 8 minifigures. Personally, I would rather have got 8 501st Troopers. That would have made, for me at least, a ton more sense. Obviously, LEGO wasn't going to do that because at the end of the day, people want loads of these sets, and it makes a lot more money if they charge double for each set, if you get what I mean. Like, they're charging double for the same amount of minifigures you get in a battle pack in terms of 501st Troopers. Like, they're just squeezing us for money. Their business is what they do. It's not unexpected, and it's not the end of the world. They don't. Now, in terms of the minifigures themselves, what they've actually put in the set is gorgeous. I mean, these guys are amazing. It's kind of a combo of Episode 3 and Clone Wars style, and they look amazing. I just wish they weren't so expensive. They also, under the helmet, they have the new accurate face print that looks a lot more like Tamara Morrison. Again, we also have a Jet Trooper. Now, also we've got this white. It's the, like, I don't even know what to call it. I'm just going to call it codpiece. That is white in this. It's typically black. I honestly don't mind. I think it's fine. It's not the end of the world, but they've changed it to white. It is kind of more accurate in many ways. And again, same headpiece. The only thing that I would say, I think at this point, like, I really should have fixed is with just the Episode 3 helmets in general, they've never ever had slots for visors or antenna. And it's not a big ask for them to just stick in a hole on each side for an antenna. It's not. And I mean, at the end of the day, like, people want to have a Captain Rex that looks like Captain Rex. He always has the antenna. My Captain Rex, like, you'd need to buy a custom one that actually has a hole for the antenna to get that detail. Like, if they want, everyone's talking about, oh, LEGO needs to do an Episode 3 Commander Cody. Think about it though. If they actually did it, it would look terrible because it wouldn't have the visor. It'd be the print on the helmet, but it would be this helmet with the Cody printing, but no visor. It wouldn't look like Commander Cody at all. LEGO needs to sort that out before they do a Commander Cody, which I think, like, people have just completely forgotten about. LEGO hasn't updated the helmets. They can't do a Commander Cody until they update those helmets with the holes, and they haven't. Now, getting on to the build, like, looking at the speeder, I think it's a really nice speeder. It is a really nice speeder. I love it. It's the only thing that I'm going to get multiples on this set, obviously, like everybody. But this is the only one that I could, of the 2 builds, that I could see myself keeping the multiples of. I'm going to keep 2 of these probably, but I'm not going to go beyond that. I don't want a load of 501st ATRTs. I already have 4 of the 2013 version. I don't want a ton of this version as well. But speaking of the ATRT, this is probably the worst part of builds in the set. I do think, in terms of one of the things that it does well, it does really well. So, taking a look at our 2 ATRTs, the 2013 version and the newer 2020 version side by side, there are some key areas it has vastly improved on. First of all, scale. This is much smaller, this is much bigger, this is much more accurate, although the 2010, I think, or 2011 Clone Turbo Tank knocks them all out of the park because that ATRT was actually accurate. But anyway, in terms of the seating area, and I think this is the biggest improvement that I just love about this set. So, one of the biggest issues I've had when I was playing with this set when I was a kid was, if you take a minifigure off, it pulls off the handlebars, and sometimes it will just pull off the legs of the minifigure as well, so you'd just be stuck with a torso holding onto those handlebars whilst the legs are still stuck on that walker. This has been completely eliminated with this one. You've got 2 studs at the back and no studs at the front, so it's really easy to remove them, and the handlebars are attached differently, so you are not going to be pulling off the entire top section of the walker with that. So that's never going to happen. The handlebars are never going to stick to the minifigure. And also, they also fit room for a printed control panel, which as you can see, not present in that. They've never done that in an ATR, so there's been a nice control panel on it. It's this is a first, and it's a really good first. Also at the back you do have room for weapons. You do have a slot in this one, but it is just for like a single blast. It's not as good as this one, I have to say. Now, the key difference, which is where this one completely falls apart and is ruined, is the stud shooter. This blaster is what defines the set. And you pull off the blaster, it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like a Star Wars vehicle that's really that exciting. But this one, the stud shooter, kind of just ruins the entire look. Like, you have this really good look going on, but this stud shooter just ruins all of it. It really, really does just ruin it. I mean, it's got great motion and stuff. You can do the whole, like, left, right, up, down, all that stuff, but it doesn't look nice, which is why I built this, which is my modification for the ATRT, so that it looks more aesthetically pleasing with a better blaster. If you would like to see that, go check it out. I've already made a video on it. Now, another issue that I have is if you actually put these in properly up against the actual supports that they include, it looks, from the front and the sides, it looks really, really horrible. You kind of have to angle it outwards a bit, and with that in mind, I kind of wish they'd just provided, like, I don't know, just a little bit more, like, added an extra piece on top instead of the, like, cylinder heads that they have used here, so that it would just stop a little bit further away from the actual centre, so that it just looks a bit nicer, a bit more accurate from a head-on view. But that's a tiny gripe. It's not the end of the world. You can position it yourself, but the main issues with this is simply the stud shooter. The stud shooter just destroys the aesthetic. The height is much better, it's a lot more accurate. I love the look of it. It's just that stud shooter that kind of ruins the set for me. So overall, I think great set for what it, like, in terms of as a set and price per piece. You are definitely getting your money's worth for this set. In the UK, in the US, it's a little bit different. I definitely think you're getting your money's worth. However, my issue with the set is 6 minifigures for double the price for Battle Pack. Lego in the future, if this is what you're planning on doing, double Battle Packs for the future, at least have the decency to give us the proper amount of minifigures, 8 minifigures. And also, Lego needs to produce more. They should have made an effort to have more on the shelves. This set is selling too well to not have enough on the shelves. And disappointing stud shooter that's just ruined the build, in my opinion. Aside from that, great set. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on the 501st Battle Pack. Leave a like if you did. Tell me in the comments what you think of the set, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.